What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing 7 on Sunday. Seven on Sunday is a Goodreads group created by Grace from G Swizzle, and I'll leave a link to both Grace's channel and the Goodreads group in the description box below. Last year we did the biggest books on our TBR, and for this time we're going to double check over those, see how we're going, and just have a chat. Quickly, I just want to talk over 3 books that were on this list last time round. I'm not going to rewatch the video, it would be redundant. I Am Pilgrim I still own, but it is on Ash's bookshelves. Under the Dome I have Unhauled, and Imaginary Friend is still on my TBR. However, it is only 780 pages and everything that I have now is over 900. After doing that video, I realized that I wanted to tackle some of the big books on my TBR. So I literally went through every single book that is on my shelves that is over 500 pages and wrote them down. So admittedly, I did have all but one of these on my shelves at the time of filming that video. I just didn't put them in for whatever reason. These are the updated list that's actually more accurate, and I could tell you, I could actually do like a full ranking of my biggest books. So we're just going with the top 7. So the 7th biggest book I have on my TBR is 1Q84 by Haruki Murakami. So this technically is a bind up of 3 books. However, most people get them in the set and read them straight away rather than breaking it up as a series. So I'm counting this. It is 925 pages. I'd be curious to see what the smaller sizes would bring that page count to, because this is quite the chunky hardcover. That's the 7th biggest. Next is The Wise Man's Sphere by Patrick Rothfuss. So this is 994 pages and has quite thin pages, small text. It's amazing what influences the size of a book, but this is a fucking beast. I have no intentions of tackling this until closer to Doors of Stone. I just don't want to put myself through 1,000 pages to then forget everything before we get the continuation. This will be closer to the time when we get that announcement. The next is The Way of Kings by Brandy Sandy. So I have the first book in the Stormlight archive all as one. I know they do have different editions that split it up. This edition is 1001 pages, which is fucking mammoth, and so if there's like appendixes and things at the back, I tend not to include them. So that's not including like a few pages of extra content. This behemoth is one that I'm definitely wanting to get to eventually. I'm just so intimidated by this chunk. Again, I'd be curious to see the 2 separated and the smaller format just to see what it's like, but I'm happy with this big chunky boy. Now the next 3 had previously been my top. My 4th biggest book on my TBR is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. This is 1006 pages and has illustrations in it, which is kind of cool. I definitely want to get to it. It was a goal to get to it by the end of the year, but that's no longer happening because of something that we'll talk about in a minute. So this is definitely on the hit list for next year, hopefully within the first little while. I know that it's going to take me some time to get through, but after reading Piranesi by the same author, I'm confident in her writing style and definitely want to get to this. The next is one that I will probably procrastinate till the end of my days, and that is Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. This is 1076 pages, including appendix. So it's 176 of actual story, and then it does the first chapter of the next book, which leads up to page 1087. So definitely a chunk, very intimidated. The writing is a little bit bigger. I'm definitely going to procrastinate this because it just scares me so much. And then my second biggest book is It by Stephen King. This is 1166 pages. They are Bible thin and the font is tiny, and I'm reading this in October. So originally I was going to read Jonathan Strange in October and then was chatting with Antonisha LaShay from Mrs. Moody Reader, and now this is gonna happen instead. So this is fulfilling the Pop Sugar prompt of like read the largest book on your TBR. I'm counting it, I'm not counting the one that I'm about to talk about. So getting to this will be an effort, but we'll see how it goes. I'm so scared. I am so scared. I'm scared I'm gonna break the table. And finally, the book that I acquired this year has apparently made it to the fucking top of my biggest books, and that is The Stand, also by Stephen King. Can he please not? Like, this is unnecessary. Regardless, I can't even remember why I got this. I think it was at Kmart for like $5. I was like, fuck it, why not? This is why. This is 1,211 pages, and it is an actual weapon. The pages are utterly Bible thin and the text is not big, so I have wholehearted concerns for my well-being when I attempt to tackle this whenever, but at the moment that... oh shit. Krystal and I were going to do this in 2022. Well, there goes my reading for 2022 if I'm going to go to Jonathan Strange and this. Merciful sweet Jesus. So, apparently I'm getting to this next year. So these are the 7 top biggest books on my TBR. Holy shit, my wrist is breaking. That is a stack. Whew. I'm definitely feeling more confident in reading bigger books. I feel like I've done really well with my challenge this year, just having written them all out, pulling out from the jar, and then there've been a few months where I've known I'm going to need other ones, so then I don't read the ones that we've pulled, but it's there as an option, which I'm really enjoying, so that will continue on next year. Although if I'm reading The Stand and Jonathan Strange, it might be a few months where we don't see it, because I'm going to count that as 2 books. So I'm glad that, like, I'm working through my big book TBR. It's a shame I'm not getting to these ones. They have stayed the same. The other ones I've also not gotten to, so hopefully, well, technically by the end of next month it will be off the list, and then the year after another 2. We'll see how we go. I definitely know that if it's over like 800 pages, I'm going to be so scared of it that it's going to take me forever to get to, or I need a buddy read, but we can do it. It's possible. I've read Priory, I'm reading Crescent City, like we're gonna have this all done. Let me know in the comments below, do you know the biggest book on your TBR? What are some books, big books that you have that are intimidating the fuck out of you? If you want to join in Krystal and I reading The Stand, let us know. Or if you want to put your hand up with Jonathan Strange, I know there was some interest on my buddy read one, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave it linked up above so you can see what I'm wanting to buddy read as well. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!